As above, so below. When I was first introduced to this kind of term or phrase, I didn't really have any real like definition for it or any real meaning behind it. But then I kind of changed it and interpreted it a different way, as it like as within, so without. You know, the way in which we interact with the external world, even though we're really internally, ourselves. Who we are isn't necessarily an expression of our external self. It's how our internal self impacts our external world. And I realize that many people don't take the time to acknowledge the impacts that their, internal self has on their external surroundings. And it's not so much to say that like, oh, like who you are inside is more important than who you are outside. It's not so much just saying that. It's more so saying that, the more we focus on who we are and develop who we are in terms of like our spirit and self internally, the more equipped we will be to deal with problems in the outside world. And, people fail to acknowledge their internal self when 99% of who they are is an internal thing and like 1% is external. People can see you, but they can't necessarily connotate you or do anything until they get some basis of your character. Anything before that is just a false judgment on your character and whatnot. So developing who you are internally and allowing yourself to sort of feel your own positivity and allow yourself to sort of move through life in a way that's befitting of yourself, the more you'll be able to strive for your own goals, the more you'll be able to move forward through life. Is to acknowledge that you are an internal spiritual creature. You're not so much just in this physical world as, you might think. It's a relation of both in and without. It's both of these worlds existing simultaneously. And if you don't cultivate both of them, then you're bound to have a problem in either area. So the implication is to realize that, as above, so below, and there is an internal nature to the external world.